Welcome back. Now joining us, we have the honor of being joined by superstar musician, rapper, and actor, Wyclef. Thanks so much for being here.
How y'all doing?
We're doing well. How are you?
Good. I mean, you so beautiful. In my selfish ways, I want to take you to the studio and produce a track on you.
Oh,
like I did
wow,
Shakira.
Wyclef.
We need some music here.
Yeah,
licensing music is very difficult.
We'll do like Hips Don't Lie Part 2 or something.
Okay.
And we just figured out before we went on,
Yeah.
Wyclef lives in Bergen County, but he went to my dad's high school in Newark, Valesburg.
Newark, New Jersey, Valesburg High School. That's the high school I went to. That's crazy, me and your dad.
Right, but my dad is 8 or 9 years older, so there was no overlap. But my grandfather,
18 years older.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, 18, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I would have to be like 50. So,
Right, you couldn't be my dad. And then you know where my grandfather worked at the Trader Horn department,
Yeah, of
and you know that
course.
store.
Yeah. So me and your dad, we literally from the same hood, man.
You should go back there with my dad and do something with my dad for the community.
I would love to. It's now it's an elementary school. So Valesburg's elementary school.
And
yeah, man.
he still has his old yearbook with the Viking on it, right?
That's right. We're Vikings. You see, that's that code. Valesburg Vikings. Vikings out of Newark. You know.
So many connections, and you two met actually at a conference.
We met at the
Yeah.
Moat Conference.
That's
yeah.
right.
Wyclef performed, and I got up on the stage. He lets everyone get up. I played bongos.
That's right. He was jamming.
I had so much fun. It was like the
Yeah.
best night. And then he stuck around and did a panel the next day, or did a Q&A the next day.
Yeah.
But let's talk
Very
about
cool.
that. The question I asked you when you were on stage is, your philosophy around Haiti is basically concentrated development to create a resort area, have success in a market with tourism, and then kind of expand outwards. Walk everybody through the kind of answer you gave me on that.
Well, I mean, the first part of it is with Haiti. I mean, first of all, you just saw what Matthew's doing.
Yeah.
So in a few days, I'm on my way down there. And so if anyone is watching this and want to go down there with me, I'm all about the physicality. So right now we're in the process of looking for an airplane, filling it up with stuff, and going to the south, putting on our Timberland boots and working it out. What's going on in Haiti when you look at these rural places? Remember Jamaica. At one time, people considered Kingston one of the most dangerous parts in the world. So developers basically went in and was like, okay, what about Montego Bay and Ocho Rios? So I think what Haiti has is the worst press problem, because when people hear Haiti, all they think is poverty, cholera, and what we're trying to explain to people geographically, when you look at it from a map point of view, the DR in Haiti is one island. And we have multiple islands within Haiti. So I was like, the future of development is not just about building a hotel, it's about the etiquette. Start the hotel school. So if you're 7 years from the hotel right now, because a lot of people talk about let's do development in these rural countries. Well, how are you gonna do that without a workforce? So my idea is in the process of how do we create schools, stability, etiquette schools, start to train kids towards what could be the future of a proper resort development for Haiti moving towards the future.
How concerned are you about development when unfortunately we saw that the hurricane that hit earlier this week, it was just 6 years ago that we had that devastating earthquake hit Haiti as well?
Well, I think when we do the feasibility studies, right, and there's like different islands, there's called Turtle Island. So depending, and similar to Jamaica, when they're building resorts, I mean, we would look at, you know, the geographically, which side hurricanes come from, the possibilities of earthquake. And we have islands that even if, like when you look at what's going on, the majority of the catastrophe is within the south. So there's, once again, through feasibility studies, I mean, that's like the whole entire Caribbean is hurricaned out.
Yeah.
And I think through feasibility studies, we can find the right place, the right places to do this. This is important for me. I mean, I brought Angelina Jolie to Haiti, Brad Pitt to Haiti, man. And what I try to do is, I believe that there's two sides to a country. There's the idea of poverty, which is one side, and I'm like a child of poverty, right, but rich in culture. And then there's the other side, like the beautiful side. And I've watched this in Africa in parts where people is like, oh, Africa's so dangerous. And you know, you get to South Africa, you see the developments in Nigeria and different places.
How long is the flight from here?
Man, 3 hours.
John wants a
Barely
ticket.
3 hours.
You need a plane?
Yeah, but listen, are you gonna come?
When are you going?
In a few days, but we gotta load up. So if you get
But here's who I'm gonna call, okay? Do you know Kenny Dichter? Wheels Up, Kenny D?
I know of Kenny.
Okay, I'm gonna email Kenny afterwards and see if he can get you the beach air to do it.
But
I
you're
can't
probably-
promise, but I'll email him.
You're probably looking
You
to go with
probably
a
know
big
him too,
crew,
though.
right?
No, I think it's going to be a small crew. It's like 3 or 4 people. All I want to do is load up the plane with supplies. I need 3 or 4 it guys, it girls.
Yes.
And we go in boots down and we do what we have to do and come back.
That sounds
Okay.
like
Literally
wonderful.
like a 24-hour in and out.
I
to
think
help
Kenny
out.
might be your guy.
Okay, I'm gonna call Kenny. All right, tell us what's going on with music.
Cool. So I've launched my app. It's called the Clef Zone.
Okay.
And this is what's cool about my app, right? So you see how my shows are very interactive.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, man, come on stage, play the bongos. That's how the app is. So I launched the app, and through the next couple of months, I'm building the app with the fans. So literally, you can go in the app and be like, okay, Clef, all right, I would like to see this in the app, this in the app. So as we're doing this, we're developing the app real time with our fans. So it's incredible. You can go in the app if you want to hear new Wyclef music. We have the playlist. And right now, we was talking about sound, which is something I'm highly focused on right now, right? So we're on Wall Street. One of my partners is Creative Labs Technology out of Singapore that built the Sound Blaster. And we was talking
I remember
about,
that graph. I remember that sound card. I remember that.
Yeah, it was crazy. So also I'm in the process of developing what I feel would be the next generation of sound. And a lot of people don't know, like, I'm an engineer by trade. Like, when I was doing the Fuji's, Ready or Not, and all of that, I was in my basement. So I'm very excited. And the new EP is called Juve. Juve is the carnival. So anybody that's looking for that EP to make you feel good through the holiday season, and even if you're not going to the Caribbean, you want to feel like you're in the Caribbean, you want to pick up Juve.
What services are you launching it on? How are you?
Everything.
Right away.
So this is this is what's beautiful about our world, right? So we push that button. It's on iTunes, it's on Spotify, it's on Tidal, it's on the app, it's everywhere. So it's a beautiful world. So, and then that's just the EP.
Yeah.
So, and then the album is next year, but very excited. We have a visual online called Hendrix, inspired by Jimi Hendrix, and the idea of the brutality of. Now, when you see the video, be very careful, because in the video, I feel that the problem is not a police problem. I have to be clear so people understand that. The problem is a trust of police and community problem, because I got my cousins, I have cousins in the Vice team. So, I mean, they're watching me right now. At the end of the day, right, you might have a few bad apples, but I don't believe that I believe that and I keep saying this, I feel that if we can have police that was raised in those communities, I think that, I don't know why we're not pushing for a policy like that and helping that. I think that would instill more trust within these communities.
So you're talking about the Hendrix video that just came out last week, right?
Yes, and then we have a song called, so my thing is like Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, cops, all life matters. And when I say it's not a police problem, I really want people to understand what I'm saying, is at the end of the day, 3 or 4 people or 5 people can set the tone for an entire force. That's like saying, oh, you know, we within the hood, we are criminals. We're not. But at the end of the day, we do have an issue in America, and we have to address this issue.
I also think so. Obviously, I agree with everything you're saying. I also think that I think it was Shervin Peshwar came out with an idea of using technology to stop some of the. When you do a car stop, his idea is that there should be a way for the police to communicate to the car, whether it's through an app or through a phone, because the police getting out on the side of the highway in the dark of night is one of the most fraught situations on earth.
No, to your point, I've worked when Ray Kelly was running the city. I worked with Ray, and we had a program where I remember going to Harlem, and police were young recruits were coming in. And the program was like temperaments in different neighborhoods, where I would test the cop's psychology based on the neighborhood that I'm from. That's another thing, because like, look at you, I'm talking to you and I'm like, so my culture naturally is passionate like this. So I think that's another
Your culture,
thing.
my culture
Right?
too.
Like,
we move
man,
a lot
this
of
is
my
how we
culture
do.
too, yeah.
But to your point with the idea of somebody stepping out in the dark, right? Fear is the natural instinct.
Everybody's afraid.
Yeah, so technology is important.
So, and he got a lot of heat for saying there should be a way to call from car to car, but that whole getting up and going up to the window, that's a big problem.
My favorite line in the video is the last line, the whole world matters.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. The whole world matters, because whatever we're going through, somebody else is going through. And I said, until we could really get to a point of world peace, not the ideology because it sounds good, but actually sitting down, healing, and talking about it. Remember Mandela, which I got a chance to meet. Nelson, yeah, it's incredible. You know, one thing I learned about Nelson Mandela is the idea of real healing means like people actually sitting down, and it's going to be so uncomfortable, and really saying, you did this to me, I did this to you, how can we get to that better place? And I think we need people within these United States of America that's going to get elected that really believes in that.
We are the United States after
That's
all,
right.
right?
Last question for you. Will you ever run for president in Haiti again?
Man, no.
Okay.
And I ran because of the urgency. What I'm doing, the same way we're talking right now, and I want to go help, I feel that I stepped in a time because I felt like we didn't have no presidency. And at the time of the earthquake, I felt that if I ran, I would have been able to negotiate better policies for the country, better trade policies. What I do look forward to working with in Haiti is good government. Right now I'm supporting a candidate by the name of Jude Celestin. Give me good government, create a real anti-corruption unit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like remember Elvis told Nixon to make him an agent, right? Just make me a special ops in my country or something. You know, I could definitely help clean up a few things.
Actually, it's very similar. Your situation is very similar to Mike Bloomberg's situation in some ways, where he wanted to be in the election and he just felt like it was an unwinnable situation and he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And undoubtedly, I mean, I guess I shouldn't state I think a lot of people, including myself, would have had prefer to have Bloomberg as president than either of these two. You know?
Yeah, including me.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So I think Bloomberg is incredible. He did some stuff in the city. I got a chance to be with him at the West Indian Day Parade. Once again, I think he's a great guy. I think once again we're down to two factors, and well, three factors because my millennials might get mad at me right now. Three factors, and we definitely have to be smart.
Yes, Wyclef, well, I'm
Wyclef,
sure
thank you so much.
people are excited to see you in Haiti, and viewers can also see you in Law & Order SVU coming up.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be at
What character are you?
I'm playing a music exec, shady style type Suge Knight-ish.
Okay.
But I'm really a nice guy.
No, obviously.
All right.
When is that on? Do you know when the episode's on?
I think in a couple of months.
Okay.
I got to meet Ice-T, the whole crew. It was fun.
He's so good in that.
Yeah,
he's,
he is.
He's a nice guy too.
Yeah, but you know he's eerie. You know what I'm saying? You look at Ice in the eye, you know, and you know he's a nice
I
guy.
feel like I met him at one point. I was somewhere I met him and he was super friendly.
He's a
Most
Jersey
nicest
guy too.
Yeah,
Everybody's
he does
from
Jersey guy, too,
Everybody's
right?
from
Yeah,
Jersey.
yeah.
Everybody's from Jersey. Do you realize that?
Yeah, I know.
All right. Wyclef, thanks so much
Thank
for
you
coming. I
so
really
much.
appreciate having you.
All right,
so
beautiful.
much.